What's up, squad? Back with another video. Y'all seen the title was going down. Make sure you hit the like button, hit that subscribe button for me, please. Y'all see it right here. So you got Stephen Miller urgently warns of the Democrat plan to turn America into Somalia. Definitely insane. Definitely insane. Definitely got some interesting, rather interesting news. You know, when I seen it, it actually I truly was confused. One particular thing. Well, obviously everything, but this one thing that I have to show y'all is definitely insane. Before we get in this video, I definitely want to say happy Thanksgiving to all and happy holidays, you know. Praying that everyone had a great Thanksgiving. Definitely want to say prayers out to the family, the two National Guardsmen. Definitely. If you haven't seen that video, make sure you go check that video out. Yes, that I dropped yesterday. But let's check it out.
It's the Somalification of America. In other words, when you see the state of Somalia, that's what they want for America at the end of the day, because it's easier to rule over an empire of ashes than it is for the Democratic Party to rule over a functioning, Western, high-trust society with a strong middle class. Look how powerful the Democrat Party became in Minnesota once they flooded it with 100,000 Somalians. Once the elections were decided, right, by clan rivalries and ethnic feuds. Once that happened, the Democrat Party became permanently powerful in Minnesota. They became permanently powerful in the Twin Cities. Yep. That's their model for America, to make the whole country into a version of Somalia. And everything they do gets down to that. So when you ask me what I'm thankful for this Thanksgiving, I praise God every day that Donald Trump is our president. And we've gone from 30% inflation, 20 million illegals, unlimited refugees. It's the...
Hey, come on now. I mean, nothing but speaking facts. Now, look how powerful the Democratic Party became in Minnesota once they flooded it with 100,000 Somalians. Definitely insane to me. You have here Ilhan Omar falsely says there's no evidence that Somalis have been sending taxpayer dollars to groups to aid terrorism. Definitely crazy. Check it out.
In this country, we do not blame the lawlessness of an individual on a whole community. What we also know is that there is not a single evidence that the president or his coolies have put forth that there are any single resource from taxpayers in Minnesota that has gone to aid and abate terrorism. That language is dangerous. That language puts the lives of Somalis not only in Minnesota, but across the country in danger. And if the president believed that and he had evidence, he would take people to court. So we are sick and tired of the president waking up one day and deciding to put forth falsehoods and demonize whole communities while the ignorant people that support him then take the lies that he's spreading and use it as a fact. We've seen it during the campaign where he said Asians were eating cats and dogs. We've seen his vice president repeat.
Look at her. She's trying to think because she's lying, y'all.
Those lies. We've seen the media run it as a headline as if it was a fact. That is shameful. That is shameful. That is ignorant. It makes us look like a stupid nation that does not believe in truth but traffics in lies. It makes the world mock us, and we are better than that. We are better than that as Americans.
Let me explain something to y'all. She is the last person to speak on America. Good or bad. Me personally. Good or bad. She's literally the last person to speak on America, good or bad. And that's truly how I feel. That's truly how I feel. Says here, it's been confirmed that ICE and border agents are about to surge into Somalian communities in Minnesota after massive fraud was exposed. This is posted by Benny Johnson. Let's check it out.
What about Minneapolis? So here's this shocking report. Here's a shocking report about the Somalis. I'm just going to pop it up on screen and let you respond to it. But like, it's talking about how billions of dollars of fraud has gone to pay for Muslim terrorists in Somalia. And this is clearly like they straight up are egregious in their defrauding of the system and using the autism reports and federal funds and local funds, and they send it back in bags of cash to go fund Muslim terrorism in Somalia. What's going to happen in Minneapolis?
Well, Benny, if you let me not get out in front of what our plan is, I would appreciate that. But I will tell you this: you are not the first to raise this issue. You will not be the last to raise this issue. But I think in the coming days and weeks, you will see a dramatic change in posture in that community, because this is clearly a major story that requires intervention to fix the problem. And so I don't want to get too far in front of this thing, but if you're doing something illegally and you're in that community or you're in that state, I would recommend you self-deport. Go to the CBP home app and get the hell out of the country.
Exactly.
Really quickly, since we're on the topic, I wasn't planning on asking about this, but in the first administration, I had people that worked at DHS I was very close with, and they since moved on to consulting and whatever. But they said that there is bona fide proof that Ilhan Omar committed fraud and multiple layers of fraud. And independent reporting from the Daily Mail, the Guardian, and others have confirmed this, that Ilhan Omar was in fraudulent marriages and that she was trying to do end around immigration policies and so on. Anyway, it's practically a meme at this point. The president posts about it quite often. Is DHS ever going to do a proper proper investigation into this, or should we ever expect anything like Ilhan Omar to ever have to answer to these allegations? And will they ever become charges?
Yeah.
So again, I don't want to comment on a potential investigation because it'll probably put me in the jackpot and I get in enough trouble on my own when I'm on your show. Just think of Bad Bunny. Okay. So what I say is we have to let the process play out a little bit, right? I mean, look, I made the Bad Bunny story, Benny, on your show, and all of a sudden, the world exploded.
Sure did.
Right?
If you're not on TMZ after being on my show, then we haven't done it right. Yeah.
Well, that's true. And unfortunately, I think they know where I live. So I will say I don't want to get out in front of an investigation. I do know, as you have, again, articulated, there's been a lot of concern and consternation about some of the stories that have been out in the public. Some of them, as you know, are false and have to get run down, but some of them do have a sense of truth to them. And it's our obligation to go and investigate any potential crime and make sure that if you are committing crimes in this country, you're held accountable. Because as we've heard many times, when Donald Trump was being investigated, nobody is above the law. Not Adam Shifty Schiff, nobody. Not Ilhan Omar, nobody's above the law. So we're going to apply the law equally to everybody.
Exactly.
All right.
Definitely. And why I say that I was confused about a lot of this, you literally have it here. You have it here that Somali terror group, Al-Shabaab, I don't really know how to explain it, basically taking a cut. It's a post by New York Post, taking a cut of millions in stolen Minnesota taxpayer money from welfare fraud scheme. Definitely insane, y'all. I'm telling y'all. This right here is a Minnesota Somali sentenced 10 years and $48 million restitution and feeding our future fraud scheme. This is Abd Jamad, I don't know, Muhammad Nur. He's 24. He is one of 78 people in Minnesota charged so far in the connection with the scheme, which fraudulently claimed $300 million in federal child nutrition program funds, falsely reported the distribution of 18 million meals to needy children. Instead, Nur used the taxpayer dollars for personal expenses, including trips and paying someone to complete his college coursework online to obtain a degree. So they're literally basically just doing nothing but stealing money. Taxpayers' money. That's literally all they're doing. And they sitting back and cooling. Literally got somebody doing his college work so he can get a degree. This is insane, y'all. I'm telling y'all, this is insane.
10 years in prison for one of the Feeding Our Future fraudsters convicted in the first trial for the pandemic meal fraud scam. Abdi Majid Noor and his co-defendants stole $47 million in their part of the $300 million scheme. They claim to serve 18 million meals at phony sites like the small Empire Cuisine and Market in Shakopee. Noor's job was creating the fake meal counts and invoices, plus the rosters filled with made-up names of kids. He used fraud money for a trip to the Maldives and to get a college degree, spending money on the website paymetodoyourhomework.com to finish it. On top of it all, Noor played a key role in trying to bribe a juror in hopes of getting a not guilty verdict in his trial. Lead prosecutor Joe Thompson said in court, this country offered the defendant everything: the opportunity for a life, the opportunity to live in peace. And he paid us back by playing us all for fools. Wow. I'm Lou Ragoose. Follow.
Wow. Just wow. I'm telling y'all. Definitely insane. Says here, Somali immigrants in Minnesota have been fraudulently diagnosing their children with autism, y'all. Have been diagnosed their children with autism so that they can systematically steal billions of U.S. taxpayer dollars to Medicaid and funnel it back to Somalia. Let me tell y'all something. It literally has it right here. It says Medicaid autism claims 2018 was 3 million. 2023 was 399 million. This right here, y'all, is literally showing y'all that they're taking money from America and giving all of it to Somalia. And y'all wonder why you have Ilhan Omar talking so highly of her country. I'm telling y'all. This is insane. Says President Trump revoked deportation protection for Somalia immigrants in Minnesota, saying in post, Somali gangs are terrorizing the people of that great state, and billions of dollars are missing. Send billions, not millions, billions of dollars are missing. Send them back to where they came from. It's over. I'm telling y'all. This is another post by President Trump. Says Minnesota under Governor Walz is a hub of fraudulent money laundering activity. I am, President of the United States, hereby terminating, effective immediately, the temporary protected status for Somalis in Minnesota. Somali gangs are terrorizing the people of the great state, and billions of dollars are missing. I'm telling y'all. It's definitely this stuff right here. It bothers me. It truly does bother me because it's like, bro, like they're literally laughing in our faces right now. Literally laughing in our faces. I'm glad. I'm truly glad that, you know, those individuals, I think it was 1 out of 78 people, you know, over 80 individuals, I believe. But somebody needs to do something about Ilhan Omar. I'm telling y'all, definitely. Make sure you hit the like button, hit that subscribe button. I definitely appreciate y'all. Much love. And I don't mean it like that. I truly don't mean it like that. So I don't want nobody like on YouTube sitting there when I said Ilhan, somebody need to do something about Ilhan. I'm saying as far as, you know, obviously need to look into it, you know, investigation wise, definitely. I don't want nobody sit there like, oh, Recklezz, he's in fighting fight. Nah, ain't getting me. That's what I meant. But you already know. Make sure you hit the like button, hit that subscribe button. Definitely appreciate y'all. Much love, everybody. Catch y'all next one.